Hi, this is Tracie D. Mars with Remax Equity Group, and I'm going to give you a couple of different videos today because one, I'm a little bit behind, and two, because lots of things are coming up and I keep making videos and not posting them, and things change and I want to talk about other things, and I just need to get them out there. So this one we're going to talk about, one, all the ads that we're seeing on Facebook right now. We're inundated with real estate lending ads right now. And why is that? Well, because it's the new year and a lot of realtors are slow and they're like, oh my gosh, taxes are coming up and I need to get busy. So they think the best way to do is throw a bunch of information that may or may not actually be totally factual on Facebook, because obviously people are like, oh my goodness, I'm going to watch this, and that's got to be true because I saw it on Facebook. Well, you guys know, if you're looking for sugar coating, you came to the wrong bakery. So I'm going to kind to be a little bit more harsher on really what we're seeing out there, because one of the most popular ads I see is call me today for guaranteed ways to make your offer stand out, or ways to get your offer accepted. And everyone's looking, especially right now when we see so many multiple offers right now, and every home seems to has multiple offers, that we're looking for that one special deal. There's got to be one trick to get an offer accepted, and there's no tricks. As a realtor, we have a bunch of addendums and suggestions that might make your offer stand out over somebody else's. Not all of those are good. So let's talk about a little bit of them. The first one everyone talks about is how to get your offer accepted. Write the sellers a love letter. I have nothing against love letters. I encourage my buyers, hey, if you love the home, write the seller's letter. Now, you have to be very careful here. The letter's not supposed to be about you, the buyer. It's supposed to be about the home. What do you love about the home? Why should the sellers choose your offer over another competing offer that might be close? And that is the key word with a love letter. If you're I had a listing recently where we had 12 offers on the home. Okay. And one thing that most realtors do when we're selling, helping someone sell a home and we get a bunch of offers, is we're going to make spreadsheets on the offers. Okay. This is the plain facts. How much is being offered? How much is the earnest money? What type of loan program are they doing? How much money are they bringing in as a down payment? Are they asking for closing costs? What's the inspection period timeline? Are they maybe doing a home inspection? I don't care if the home is brand new. You should always do a home inspection. Never ever waive your home inspection. That's not a good idea. I don't care if a realtor says, well, this is how you get your offer accepted. Again, we had that conversation about home inspections a couple weeks ago. Please go back and review it. Home inspections are important. Even if you're saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I love your home. I'm doing a home inspection, but I'm only going to be asking for safety repairs, anything that might affect the health or safety of the home. I'm not going to ask for a bunch of little stuff. That might be a good, suggestion. But don't waive your home inspection. Maybe you have, a little, not every buyer can do this, but some buyers can, where, they have their own down payment, they're paying their own closing costs. Closing costs is a big one right now, because with multiple offers, a lot of sellers are not helping with closing costs, because homes are getting offers well over listing price. If the home doesn't appraise, you still need closing costs, and they're going to have to come down any further. So most of the time when multiple offers, if we see closing costs, those ones get down to the bottom of the pile. But maybe you have the opportunity to do what we call a 22 AD low appraisal, where you say, Mr. and Ms. Seller, if the home doesn't appraise, I'm going to bring in X amount of money over the low appraisal, guaranteeing you X amount of money over the low appraisal. That's a very strong thing. Doesn't always win you the house, but it's a very strong part of it. There's the love letters. Like I said, we have the home inspection, we have the appraisal addendum. There's a lot of things we're looking at. Again, when we put together that comparison of these offers, we're looking at price. We're looking at type of loan. We're looking at earnest money. We're looking at how much money they have as a down payment. If they need closing costs, what's the closing date? If you're looking at a vacant home, a quick closing date might make your offer a little bit more attractive than one with a long closing date. Are you contingent on a home that needs to be sold? Are you contingent on a home that's already got an offer, but it's still there? It's still contingent on that home selling with that buyer. Or are you not contingent on any other home? Those are things that we're going to look at as well. If you're, offering on a home where the sellers currently live in the home, do they need a longer close? Maybe they don't need a longer close, they want a shorter close, but they want more possession time. I had one not too long ago where the offer they accepted wasn't the highest financially, but it was the one that gave them 6 weeks free rent back after closing on the home so they could finish for their home that they're building to be finished and be able to move in and have time to move in. So maybe you give them 2 or 3 weeks, rent back free. Those are all the things we're looking at. We're looking at the closing date. Is there possession involved? Who's the lender? Who's the realtor? Is these people that are known or the people that are not known? Is it a online lender or a local one that might be known of? There's a lot more things to putting those. So those are all the things. So when we're looking at offers and we have like maybe 12 offers in front of us, we're putting down the spreadsheets and we're putting all this information. And then we're going to sit down with the seller and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, here's all the information on our 12 offers. So let's automatically take out the ones that maybe aren't as competitive. And whether you have your love letter in or not, it's being with the offer. But normally most sellers at this point are looking at, hey, what's our strongest offers? And they're taking out all the ones that maybe are not as strong. And now you're left with maybe 4. And that's what happened with the house on 12. And said, okay, so we got 4 that are pretty competitive. Let's narrow it down some more. Which ones give you more of what you're looking for? Maybe have, a little bit more information, stuff like that. And then we can eliminate. In that particular case, we had 2 offers that were very comparable. They both had love letters, and the love letters were helpful for my clients. But at the end of the day, they did go with the offer that was stronger financially for them. And they felt good about it because they did love the letter. Now, honestly, they liked the letter from the other buyer a little bit more. But again, and I tell people, like, it's up to you. It's your house. But at the end of the day, you got to watch out for your family. Again, the best way to be a good buyer is to think like a seller. If a seller has multiple offers, what makes your offer stand out? What are you doing that's going to help the sellers, feel good about accepting your offer? Again, it's a very strong seller's market. All homes are selling for listing price and most often more. Love letters are great, but they're not the only thing. Who your realtor is important. Who your lender is. What type of loan program. And again, don't feel bad if you're using an FHA. Maybe no down payment. But if, you might be using a down payment assistance program with an FHA, but you're in a price range where a lot of other people are doing the same. And maybe you can make the offer stronger in other ways than maybe somebody who's coming in with a lot more contingencies, with a little bit more down payment. That whole fallacy of, well, cash is king. Cash is not always king, because at the end of the day, it's all cash to the seller, and the lenders who get their money. So there's a lot more to writing an offer than just giving them a love letter. Again, consider so many things. It's not as easy as it sounds. That's why you have a realtor. That's why the seller's agent works for the seller. That's why the buyer's agent works for the buyer. Because each of us is trying to do the best thing we can for our clients and represent them to the best of our abilities. For the seller's agents right now, the hardest thing is going through all of these offers. Because at the end of the day, you might get 12 offers on a home, but you only have one home to sell. And as for a seller, is picking that one offer that's going to actually close. Had one recently where we had, 5 offers first time around. My clients took an offer. They loved the letter. They loved the buyers. And the buyers got cold feet and backed out within 3 days. And I was like, oh my gosh. So we went back on the market and we got another 4 offers. And that one, closed. Okay, but it was just like, oh my goodness. It's a little bit nerve-wracking right now. And again, I wish I could tell you there is one single way to get your offer accepted. Every offer is different. Every house is different. And a lot of it's how you and your realtor put your offer together. Okay? If you're the seller and you're looking at your offer, what about your offer stands out and would make that seller want to accept your offer over somebody else's? Ask questions. We are here to help. If you have any other questions, again, please feel free to call me, text, email, call, whatever works best for you. And remember, you can always go to learningtobuyahome.com for more videos, including the next video, which I'm going to do, which is about pretty versus maybe not so pretty homes. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye.